We have. Okay.
Yeah.
I knew that Mithril was somewhere in there because I have it written down.
Is
I
he
think we're
helping us?
back.
Is he gonna help us get into the place?
Yeah, the main headquarters.
Yeah. Oh no, we were gonna wait. We're gonna wait for them to bring the shipment.
What?
Yeah, we're ambushing the courier.
Jumping.
Getting the
So,
pass.
so just to recap, in case stream missed it or anything, or stop, drop, and roll. We already rolled d20s, and May got the lowest, and it's recapping so far. She said she got a hammer. They're currently in the hideout of the Shadow Anvils, where they have their friend Bosch there, who's given them information. They've agreed to help him. Continue.
We're planning on hijacking a shipment, or somebody to come in to make deliveries so that we can break into the headquarters so that we can get.
Yeah, the messenger that tells them
Boy
the new
back.
password.
Language?
Coolitan.
Coolitan. I will never remember his name. His name is
Sultan
Orc
Ogremir. Yeah,
Boy.
He's
Boy.
cool, man.
yeah. He speaks Frankish. He's cool. He's actually from Rankin. Or he speaks Rankin. He's from Rankigash.
I think it's just
language,
where we
yeah.
ended. Because a lot of last session was combat.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. I mean, we had 2 combats and then an interrogation.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we found out the boss's name was Xander, and the password changes
Yep.
every 2 weeks.
Yep.
Yeah, so we can't just go like. And the last time that Bash, whatever, has heard the password was like a month ago or something. So he doesn't know the password.
Yep.
Yeah.
British password.
But Atone was impersonating Bash, and I was going to impersonate somebody else.
Yeah,
The
but
guy we tied up.
that was until he decided he was going to help us. I don't know if there's a reason for me to do that anymore.
Yeah, because there's the courier coming with the password to the main place.
Yeah.
We're doing a group recap.
Apparently.
Yeah.
It
You know.
takes a village, people.
It takes a village.
It
Hey, I
takes the
tried.
village people?
I
Like
tried.
YMCA village people?
Yes.
Yes, the village people.
It takes a village to raise a child.
Okay. So yeah, you guys are currently in the little hideout. You're hanging out. Bosch is there. Rilin was hitting stuff with her hammer.
Being mad that I forgot I could reckless for entire combat.
Yeah. The party, you guys are just gonna hang out and wait for the individual to show up.
Yeah, I think so. Right?
Yeah. Alright.
And I think we said we were going to get a long rest out of this, right?
Yes, Uri.
Okay.
Can we get a long rest?
Yep.
I said yes.
I can't remember how long it was going to be till the person got here.
He was supposed to get there like the next day.
Oh, good. I still need a long rest though because I used all of my things.
Okay. Bosch kind of shows you guys where some of the beds are if you haven't found them yet, and he says they're obviously not going to be using them anymore. You guys are welcome to stay here. I don't expect the courier to be here until tomorrow afternoon, probably. So we have some time. Feel free to rest up.
I was gonna make dinner, but then I remembered Soul is the master chef.
He's the dinner. He's dinner bot.
Yeah, he just does the things.
Okay.
Alright, I'm gonna go take a nap then.
And wait for we should wait for the guy that we're sent for. The
Oh yeah. Has he got back
should
yet?
should we also contact Priscilla? Were we doing that?
We sent someone to Priscilla, didn't we?
You sent someone to get a blacksmith.
Yeah, we
Right.
send somebody at the blacksmith so we can get his shit back.
Yeah.
We bypassed a bunch of guys in the front room, didn't we? Like two sessions ago?
Kill.
The ones we killed?
No, we killed a bunch in the second level. Weren't there still some in the first bar room?
No,
No,
Sydney
we-
killed all those.
I killed those.
Okay. Good,
Everyone's dead.
Yeah.
Except for that one guy and the bartender.
Maybe we should.
Bartender's still there.
Yeah.
good. Move,
well,
move the bodies?
yeah, I was about to say maybe we should move the bodies.
Seems like a good idea.
Yeah.
Okay.
Got to. Yeah. I guess I'll move the bodies since like I don't get tired, so might as well.
I'll move whatever falls off the body since I can't lift even myself.
I mean, alright.
All
You
right.
got it.
You guys quickly clean up the mess that was mostly in the area above here in the tavern. After doing so, the bartender actually arrives back shortly after with the blacksmith in tow. He kind of says a little nervously to you, I went looking for the blacksmith you were describing. It took me a while, but I think I found him. He seemed to know who you are, so... and with him is indeed the blacksmith that you guys saw talking in Kulitan's shop with Priscilla, and the one you guys kind of talked to after he stormed out and he was kind of angry.
Hey, we found your shit, dude.
I'm like, yeah.
Wha-
Yeah, we did.
Did he prepay?
You don't know.
It's none of our business.
Well, if he hasn't paid Kulitan, we don't really want to give him Kulitan stuff.
I'm assuming you have to pay to get stuff shipped, right? That's how this works.
I would, maybe, probably.
You have the mithril?
But I feel like
Yeah.
he wouldn't have been so mad about it if he hadn't paid already.
While we were waiting for him, while they were doing the bodies, I would have stacked up all his mithril on the bar.
Okay.
So it's one of the first things he sees when he comes in.
Oh,
And that bloody piece is just sitting next to it. Like, you can have all of this, but that piece is mine. It's payment. And it's gross. So it's mine now.
Yes, it's gross.
that's fine. I'm just happy to have my supplies back. Thank you. I'll need a bit to get a cart to transport this, if that's all right with you.
Yeah. Do you want to double check and make sure everything's here except for my brick?
Yeah, of course. He takes some time and he goes through all the crates and he does a quick count, and looks like everything's in order for him. So he's pretty happy.
Were there any other shipments that you were missing?
This accounts for everything that should have arrived by now. I have another shipment not long due from now, about half a week or so, coming in from Venok. Lucatier would. But we're not expecting that in for, like I said, a few days.
We'll be here for another little while if you want to go get a cart and come pick this up. Get
All
it
right.
out of here.
We ain't going nowhere.
So he goes. Oh, go ahead.
Do you know of anybody else that's missing shipments?
A few folks.
We could probably
I
get
think-
Priscilla to tell us who's missing shipments.
We'll talk to Priscilla. We'll get it situated. I'm pretty sure that most of the stuff, if not all of it, is here somewhere.
Could
So-
you actually, on your way to get a cart, just grab Priscilla for us?
Frankly, you're gonna have better luck with that woman than me.
True.
Very
Why
true.
do you say that?
I don't think she's a fan of mine.
Actually meant physically grab her.
I mean, I can literally carry her over here if that's what you guys want.
No, she'll give in to the deep arms of my ruby eyes.
There's no.
The
How
blacksmith.
about Rinlin and I go get Priscilla?
The blacksmith thanks you. He goes to get his cart and stuff in order. As he's kind of like, as he returns, loads it up and everything, and as he's leaving, he kind of looks towards all of you. So this should mean Kulatan should get back into the regular swing of things then, right?
If he's not dead.
We're working on it.
He kind of pauses for a minute, like, looks kind of out into nothing. He's clearly thinking, and he just kind of gives a, okay. And he
Fair enough.
leaves.
It's complicated. So who's going? I'm like, who's going to get Priscilla?
I'll go get her. I got this.
Oh, I'm like, I'll go with you.
Oh no, I have amazing
Should
charisma.
we maybe not split up, or should we maybe not send Rinlin in?
The one thing Rinlin is, or like the one thing that she's better at than knocking down doors is talking to people. Just ask
Hey.
her own.
But see, I've never talked to this woman, so I'm just gonna look like a hero in her eyes, and I am not complaining about that at all.
I'm saying let's not send our two front lines away together. Can leave.
Oh, that's a good thought.
Don't be such a baby, and then I walk out the door.
And I'm like, so which one of you is gonna go with her then?
I'll go.
Yeah, I'll just sit here.
Why can't I just go by myself? Maybe
All
bring
right.
my hammers when I have a date.
Yes. Three's a crowd though.
Four's a crowd.
Three's a crowd too.
I have two hammers.
Oh.
I mean,
It's a double date if you take Callian here.
I don't use hammers. Yeah, I'm not proficient.
So Kalian and Rinlin, you guys make your way down the street towards Kulatan's shop. Ember, Soul, and Atone, you guys are left behind to look over the bar and get things situated with Bosch.
Hey, bartender.
Yes?
Sorry for all the trouble we caused you. Are you out of any kind of food or anything?
I think we're pretty well stocked. Do
Alright.
you want something?
No. I was just gonna give you some food if you were out, because we caused you a bunch of trouble and killed probably half your patronage.
Oh, well, I think I'm running a little low on onions.
Alright, I got you.
Onions!
Yes, just rain onions from the sky.
You make about 4 pounds of onions before he says, okay, that's enough.
And then just one
You
more.
have to. I'm like, you have to be really specific with Soul.
And me.
I have no concept of what is too much food.
Are you all going to be staying here a while?
A minute.
All right. Let me know if I can get you anything. As a reminder, you guys intimidated this man not to say anything and to go get the blacksmith, so he's pretty scared of most of you.
It's spooked.
So, Killian and Rinlin, we'll cut to you guys. You guys are have made your way down the streets through Griat, and you have reached Kulatan's shipping company, the Ogrimmar shipping company.
Before we go in, I want to just be like, hold on. Okay, so I have an idea of what to say. Just let me do the talking.
Okay.
Okay. And then I go in.
Okay.
Is she there?
As you walk in,
Yeah.
she kind of looks up from, like, she's clearly, like, leaning back, like, finally resting, and she looks up. Oh boy. All right. We are about to close, unfortunately. It's getting rather late. Is there anything I can help you with really quick, folks?
I just ignore her. I just like walk up, put my hand on her desk, which is like the same height as me because I'm tiny, and just lean into it and just be like, "Guess who found your lost shipments?" It was us. We did. You might want to come get that. And then I just like turn around and walk away.
What? That.
Redland charisma. It's so good.
Make a persuasion check
With disadvantage.
to convince her you're not lying.
I rolled a 17.
Okay.
It's a 16.
She looks confused, but how? What?
It was still
I'm not going to ask. Let me close up here and I'll follow you. Give me a moment. She begins straightening up her papers on her desk and everything. She grabs a cloak that's kind of laying behind the desk, puts it on, and follows you to the door, kind of waiting for you guys to exit first. After she kind of ushers you out, she turns and she locks the door to the company, and turns and faces both of you. Alright, where are we going?
to a bar.
The long hippo, right?
It is the long hippo.
Yeah.
This sounds like the weirdest pickup ever.
Yeah, it's kind of turning into that, isn't it?
Bar.
Yeah, it's called the Salty Hippo. It's fine. Let's just go.
It was the hideout for the Shadow Anvils. They've been working with the Dragon Syndicate to
That's
interrupt
a
your
lot
shipments.
That's a lot more information than she needed.
Interesting. She pauses and thinks for a moment. Alright, lead the way.
She's very trusting.
Yeah, probably because she's working with them.
Oh, that would be interesting.
Yeah, that's why I wasn't giving her too much information.
Oh. Well, you know, she's into me, so.
Hey, are you into this one?
You ask her that, and almost instantly she just...
Kaelian blushes, like, real hard.
She goes, no.
Not in so many words.
Oh, well, this backfired on me.
Not in so few words either.
In no amount of words.
I would never presume.
He presumed.
Are we there yet?
She's just like, and conversation over.
Subtle transition.
Yes, I'm assuming we're there.
Oh, it's right around the corner.
Yeah.
Alright.
It's a
After
long way.
you guys finally arrive, you see that there is a pot of what smells to be a very onion strong stew going in the tavern as you guys walk in. Atone, Soul, and Ember are all kind of seated at the bar with the bartender who's nervously cleaning a glass.
I just keep like smiling very nicely at the bartender, like just being like,
But like, has it gotten to the point where it's creepy?
I know that he's intimidating, and I'm almost like, oh, sweetie. And I kind of feel bad because he's obviously a little bit of a putz.
Are you wearing your weapons when you're smiling at this man?
Not wearing my weapons.
She's polishing
I'm-
them.
Yeah, right on the counter.
I'm the one who refused to go into the room because they wouldn't give up their weapons.
She walks in with you guys and looks around. Quaint. She eyes and sees Atone and Soul, who she had spoken with before, and she sees Ember for the first time. Looks around, spies a bartender. All right, is this everyone?
Can I tell whether or not she's like been here before with my detect emotion? Like, is she shocked? Like, what's she feeling?
She's feeling determined.
Because she's gonna kill us.
I'm still gonna be a little bit more on guard with her because I also don't know. Like, obviously they have an informant about Coolatin, and so far she's the only worker that I've met. So
Yeah, I don't trust her as far as I can throw her. Wait.
it's pretty far.
Yeah. never
Where's Mario? Where's what's your dragon's name? I can't remember.
Target.
Targan.
Targan the Dargan.
Is Targan hiding?
Yeah, I guess he'd probably be somewhere like under my cloak or something.
Okay.
Roll a stealth check for Targan then.
The Dargan.
That was a 10. I don't know what his thing is here. He gets... Oh shit, he gets 4. 14.
Jesus.
Dragon.
You sneaky little Durgan.
He's sneakier than I am.
Okay.
Do I pick up on the fact that neither Rinlin or Ember have any trust in this girl?
I don't- I think it's just me. I think it's me out of character.
Ember also said that she does not.
Mine's just an out of character bullshit speculation. Because in character, I just don't care either way.
Yeah, in character, I would be skeptical, and obviously, since I tried to detect how she's feeling, I'm just kind of like not necessarily certain that she's wrong or anything bad about her. Just I'm on guard because I know that Coolatin's life is in the balance.
Yeah.
I'm perfectly trusting. Revealing
Of sick.
information that I shouldn't be telling her. Well, we're not with the bartender. Just us rescued the product.
Really, it was just him. He's really amazing.
Oh, I absolutely not.
Roll a deception check, Rinlin.
I crit.
You did not.
She raises an eyebrow and looks at Killian again, kind of looking him up and down.
Even though I'm spattered in blood.
May, this just means that if she does betray us, she's gonna kill me first.
No, that's a good point. I slowly wiped the blood off, like it was all him.
Oh no! I contributed, of course, but
He's just being modest. I didn't even have to touch my hammer.
Oh my god.
And
Why are we doing this?
where are the supplies?
oh, they're in the basement. There's a passageway in the back.
You
room.
show her, make sure she doesn't fall down or anything. It's a little treacherous.
Yeah, right
Did
this way.
you-
I'll
hold on.
lead you.
Hold. Did you bring paperwork towards your missing shipments?
Yes. She reaches into her cloak, pulls out it's a bag that's like it's no bigger than a regular sized handbag. Opens it up, and it's
Is it bigger on the inside?
yeah, it's a bag of holding. You guys can tell pretty quickly. She pulls out a long like scroll case, undoes that, pulls out 3 or 4 long pieces of parchment, and hands them to Rinlin.
Okay.
Feel free.
Thanks. You stay here. Book boy, let's go.
Okay. Might I paperwork? I always like to. If you don't.
Yeah, no, the second we clear, like, the back room, I just throw all of it at you, because... What am I gonna do with this?
I can't even read this.
Okay, I'm gonna peruse the paperwork.
Yeah, if you tell me things, I can look for them.
Pretty handwriting.
For the most part, everything that was in like the initial storeroom at the bottom of the stairs seems to be what was missing. That and some of the stuff in the storeroom that was upstairs for some of the more mundane things. You don't find a need for any of the really exotic materials you found right by the forge. They're not on her ledger or anything, but a good amount of the supplies that are here are accounted for on her paperwork that she brought with her.
Okay, so I direct Renlin towards the applicable stuff. Probably not in the smartest manner, in that, like, really should go back to front, but I do complain about their inventory system and how it makes no logical sense.
Okay.
I know nothing about inventory, but this is fucking awful. I say as I just like... I did try to get... What I originally wanted to do was like make sure that we can get all of her stuff like in that main office room, so
Right.
she doesn't have to go any further.
Okay.
Okay.
Because nobody else needs to know what's here, because that's just asking for bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna, as long as, I don't know how long it'll take, but I'll start moving. If you want to go tell her what, that we have her stuff, I'll start moving it if she wants to, like, get somebody to come.
Okay. And if you have time, if you moved that over there, it would be a much more efficient system. I mean,
All right.
I literally just like...
Okay.
As Rinlin and Kalian are downstairs, I need Ember, Atone, and Soul to all make perception checks. Mari, your dragon, can make it too if you want.
Yeah.
I crit.
Mine.
Good. She's
Yeah, I
evil.
got
Of course he did.
I got a 17.
And
Um,
the dragon gets keen senses. Is this relying on sight, hearing, or smell?
sight.
Sight, cool. So
Sight, hearing, or smell.
he has advantage. So mine's a 14. His is a 15. Yeah.
Okay.
Excuse you.
Ember and Soul, you guys kind of pick up on this. It looks like she's just kind of standing there, but then after a couple glances, you notice her eyes are kind of darting around the room, and she's meticulously scanning it. She's looking for details of some sort. You're not quite sure what, but she's clearly scanning the room. She's not looking at you guys as much, just like the door at the far end. She's looking at the bar. She's looking along the bar. She's checking up in like the rafters of the ceiling and whatnot. And with your natural 20, Ember, you notice that while she does have her arms crossed and like in front of her, she still has the bag of holding out in one hand, and her other hand's kind of like slightly dipped into it. And you see that she has in like her fingertips, it looks almost like the end of a stick, maybe a wand of some sort.
Fucking break her arm.
You know what I realize now? We never asked what gender the courier that we're waiting for was.
It's probably changes so much.
I kind of want to go up to her like I was just gonna like start talking to her or whatever, and I just kind of want to put my hand on her arm and just tell her I wouldn't.
You should stop.
She
Really
just
firm grasp, like she understands that like I wouldn't.
she looks at you for a few seconds, longer than is comfortable for really either of you, and then she just kind of smiles, with one hand just kind of, she lets go of the wand first of all, so it kind of sinks back in the bag, and then she uses that hand to kind of grab your arm and like slowly just move it off of hers and says, I don't know what you mean.
I would like to make an insight check from the basement.
Can I just casually? Is there like a window by the door?
Yeah.
Or there one? I'd like to just casually go and just like stand next to the window and just like look like I'm looking out the window, but be watching her the whole time.
Okay.
Because I want to be close to the door in case she tries to bolt.
She's just gonna.
I also want to see if she's feeling in that interaction, because if she is staring at me for that long, I want to know like kind of what her emotional state is.
Okay. She's surprised. Surprised more than anything. Also a little suspicious. Like, she is suspicious of you.
She's the suspicious one. Sorry.
I mean, he didn't do a good job at like setting up the, hey, we did this good thing for you. It was just like, hey, we found your shit, follow me.
Wow, it probably seems like we're gonna murder her.
I mean, yeah, and there's probably still blood on the floor and shit, unless someone like prestidigitated this shit away.
So, Joe, have I picked up on anything yet? I mean,
So you were just kind of watching. It was a decently high DC, so you didn't quite see it initially, but you did see Ember walk over, and then you can sense that there's some tension in the room now.
Is it palpable?
Your pseudo dragon kind of pings you like, what's going on?
alright.
Joe, would this be a fun time for me to walk into the room with no idea what's going on?
Yeah, I'm just down there moving boxes up loudly, and he comes back up because we're all done.
Eventually, she doesn't say anything else or make any other moves, but her eyes are still kind of scanning the room. Continued to scan. She continues to scan, so she doesn't seem to be finding what she's looking for. Eventually, Rinlin and Kalian, you guys come back. You've moved most of the supplies up to the little exchange room that you guys were in upstairs before.
Priscilla, everything seems to be in order. Here's your paperwork. If you'll come with us, we have everything set up in the room back here.
Right. Lead the way.
I want to give Ember the "you okay" like facial expression, or like everything okay facial. Just.
Tiff, you're muted.
Yeah. You...
Sorry.
Pantomime.
I would just respond with a facial expression that just reads like I'm suspicious.
I'm like.
I would like to make a point of sticking close to her now that she's actually moving, just in case she does try to do anything.
Okay.
And I'm totally oblivious, just leading her, like, with my back totally exposed.
After
Okay.
that facial expression from Ember, I very nonchalantly pull out the new hammer and just like walk with it
Nonchalantly
behind her.
pulls out a hammer as big as you.
Oh, the nonchalant was sarcasm. If she looks at me, I'll stare her dead in the eyes while I do it.
Joe, I'm gonna try to stick within 30 feet.
Okay. You lead her into the room, and she looks a little taken aback when she actually sees the supplies. She looks almost surprised to see them. She kind of goes through, looking at her paperwork, looking at everything.
Oh, you will note that the mithril that went to that dwarf fellow you were speaking with earlier is gone. We already contacted him and he picked it up. I hope he prepaid.
Of course. So everything actually is here then.
Did you think I was fucking with you?
How often...
Do what? Dwarves do helpful things? I know, it's really rare.
How often do strangers walk in and say, I found your stolen goods that have been missing for 3 weeks. Follow me to this secluded bar where it's just me and my friends, all with weapons. You lone
Hey, she doesn't
merchant
seem like
worker.
Yeah, you know, that does sound kind of shady.
Yeah. Guess we didn't go about this the most, with the most couth, but we...
What were you looking for?
Symbols that this was a Shadow Anvil hideout.
Oh,
The elf mentioned it before.
Do do you know about the Shadow Anvil?
Are you from the Rebels? Clearly, Ember and Ridlin are the same.
What do you know?
I'm aware of their existence, and I've been looking into them because we suspected that they were the ones stealing our supplies.
Wow, you're so smart. You're about as smart as you are beautiful. Isn't that right, Kalian?
Absolutely true. Are there any Shadow Anvil symbols?
Usually, it's not subtle, but a black anvil can be found. She kind of looks around and looks at the doorway to the main warehouse. Like that, she points to a small little black anvil somewhere in their hideout. It's
Just
not
saying,
subtle.
Rimlin's doing a better job at wooing your girl than you are, Caitlyn.
Kalian's not smooth. He's pretty oblivious.
And you think I am. Joke's on you, I'm actually trying to get a date with her.
So, if you aren't the Shadow Anvils attempting to ambush me, and you are indeed just returning these out of goodwill and good faith, perhaps I should take the time to actually listen to you.
Wow, what a concept.
There's no need to be that rude. But yeah, we could use a little help in possibly finding your boss, because a good friend of ours needs to get a hold of him. She is an old friend of his. An old battle buddy, if you would.
Kulatan is in hiding. I don't know where he is, but I am in contact with him.
Oh, we thought he had been captured.
No.
Well,
then
fuck me, that
obviously
makes
we're
our
doing
job
better
easier. Sorry. I'm sorry, continue.
Like, well, that takes a bit of a weight off.
Yeah.
Did you get him my note by chance?
No.
Has he ever mentioned anyone named Bronwyn?
It's raining really hard here.
We can hear it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's pretty crazy. The sky's like slightly green. It's a little concerning. If I start dropping more frames stream, that's why. It is really coming down out there. She kind of turns, or what was the last thing that was asked?
I asked if she...
Bronwyn.
Ever mentioned Bronwyn.
Kulatan is a rather reserved gentleman, and he only speaks to a select few individuals. Lucky for you, I am one of them. The name sounds familiar. He's mentioned... He's mentioned... Yes, now I know. Where is she?
I would prefer to keep that to myself,
Is
if
she...
that's alright.
Alright.
She's okay. She's the reason we're here. She's my mother. That's why we're here.
Can you get Kulatan in contact with her?
We want to take Kulatan to her. That's why we're in the city in the first place.
Alright.
Or herd Kulatan.
Yeah.
Kulatan,
It would work out.
after the things that happened during the Darkest War, and especially the things that happened around the time with your mother, Kulatan started to grow paranoid. There was one attempt on his life. Luckily, he managed to get out of it, and that made him even more so. He does very little communication with people he doesn't trust immediately, and even then, in dire situations, such as recently when he's caught wind that people are after him, he goes into hiding and you can't reach him. Not directly. This is going to sound very mundane, but he has messengers. Quite literally little birds.
Well, that's cute.
Interesting.
Very clever.
They know where he is. They'll deliver messages to people to places that he knows. To me, I'm one of the people. They're generally encoded, but I obviously know how to crack it. He won't come out of hiding until the Shadow Anvils are dealt with. He tasked me with that. And this is the best lead I've gotten so far.
Oh, we're not done yet.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of good that we could do here. As long as he's safe, we can take care of stuff.
If you can deal with them, I can get him to show up.
Okay. Deal.
Deal with them.
Question, pretty lady.
Priscilla.
Priscilla, sorry. I'll try to be better about remembering that. Do you know where someone like us could get a fancy little bag like you got?
I can procure an extra one for you.
Joe, please.
Please, that would be so helpful in our travels. I could store so much extra food in there. It'd be so great.
You don't even need to store the food!
It's a bag of mashed potatoes.
Just mashed potatoes.
Yeah. What else do you need?
So you're not in physical contact with him?
No.
You can't give him something if I were to give it to you?
I can send a message along. If you bring whatever you want to show him to me, if when I contact one of the messengers and they show up, if they look at it, he'll be able to see it.
Okay. I want to pull out, because I assume we have something that has, like, the Frost Crescent symbol on it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to pull out whatever it is that I have. I don't know if it's like a pendant or a badge or something, and just, like, give it to her.
We have a lot of badges of the White Dragon Syndicate.
Yeah, don't do that.
Oh yeah, I can get
Not this one.
No,
Not this one. Not this one.
Just
blue and also those crystal people, the Crystal Watcher, got some of them too.
Yeah, nice.
Got yourself a nice little collection.
Do the shadow people, like the anvil people, do they have anything special?
They have a similar brooch. It's a black anvil in a circle.
Oh yeah, like
We should actually
I
collect
want
those.
one.
Yeah.
How many do you have, Tiffany? How many different ones?
I have, I think, 5 of the White Dragon Syndicate. I think I have a couple of the Blue Dragon Syndicate. And 2 of the Crystal Watcher pendants, because the other one got smashed when David used Shatter.
Right.
And, no, but I've collected a lot of things.
Thunder. Okay. Once you have 8 unique ones, you do know that you're allowed to go challenge the Elite Four.
yeah, I was like, amazing about that. She's literally got Pokemon badges, guys.
So I go in and I reach up and I grab that black anvil that the lady pointed out and give it to her.
Probably not best to show him that if he's.
No, give it to Tiff's character.
Oh well, you guys do your shady business.
All right.
No, but I give her the one.
Yep.
The thing, and I just let him know that Bronwyn's here. We came to check on him because everybody else is dying.
Yeah.
I think
That explains it.
in fact, and I point at Kalian, he's the son of another one of their coworkers.
And my very close mentor was one of them too.
Yeah.
My full name's Kalian Sindula Faye.
Ah. The elf. Makes sense. Alright. I'll get in contact with him. He may respond. He's given me my orders. He's not coming out of hiding until the Shadow Anvils are at least dealt with.
Yeah.
Take some of the heat off of him until the Dragon Syndicate can get somebody else on him, and then he was going to formulate a plan. If Bronwyn's here, I think that'll be enough of a plan for him to come out of hiding.
We'll figure it out.
If you let him know we're kind of in the business of dealing with that specifically.
I'll do just that. Someone will be by in the morning to pick up the supplies and distribute them. You know that it's getting late. It's like probably the mid to late afternoon at this point after contacting everyone and whatnot, and you guys had your rest. Oh no, Mario is back. Okay.
Wait, did we actually take our long rest or not?
We did before this.
Okay.
We'll say technically, because you guys are like, oh wait, we have to meet with the blacksmith. That all kind of happened in the evening, like going to get her and coming back, and it's like night now, so you know tomorrow is the day that the courier is going to come. So you guys would be able to rest now. So
Cool.
equivalent of long rest right now.
Since technically, as long as I'm not doing... Yes, since technically I don't have to like actually sleep, can like they go downstairs and sleep in those beds that we saw, and I just stay upstairs and keep an eye on everything and just relax.
Yeah, absolutely. That is a perk of being in Eldera.
I'm loving this. I'm never playing anything but Elderis.
All right. So the next day comes around. As Priscilla said, a small team. They are all in uniform. They're like, oh, we're here to pick up some supplies. And they seem kind of confused why they're here. And they seem kind of confused why there's this much materials here for them to transport. But they don't ask questions. They take it and go about their business. And thank you for being helpful.
I give them all a jerky tip. A tip of jerky.
I think it's a druggy tip. I was like, what are you doing? Just passing out water dust to strangers?
No.
Like... Because, like, same.
Alright. So you guys are now in the tavern. You are waiting for the courier to arrive. Bosch is downstairs, and you've noticed that between your guys' business up here and in the morning, he's kind of gathered up his things and whatnot, and he's kind of basically packing his bags, getting ready to travel.
Cool.
I feel pretty proud.
You did redeem him.
Around noon, people start coming to the tavern, like using the tavern for its intended purpose of drinking and eating in it.
Can we just close down the tavern for today? Like,
Might be a little bit conspicuous if we
Yeah,
did.
it's gotta look normal.
I was gonna say, I'll bet Sol would really enjoy like having people to cook for.
oh my
yeah,
god.
just giving people food. That's what I'm about right now.
We're actually just working in the bar now? Is that what's happening? Like, are we...
We're just bar staff. Carrying around
I'll
weapons.
greet people at the door and have them seated. Welcome.
Yeah. Yeah, he's our host /
We
server. Me and Ember are just the bodyguards.
We did kill off.
The bouncers, yeah.
I guess I'll shift into a barmaid.
We did happen to kill all of the other people.
Oh my god.
You
This
should
is
make
the...
yourself cute. We'll get more tips.
I actually, like, realistically, I think we should try to, like, make ourselves look as inconspicuous as possible. So when I get up in the morning, I'm actually gonna, bear with me, I'm actually gonna brush my hair.
Whoa.
And like clean up and like try to find different try to go find different clothes that don't look like shit. Since I know there's dwarven clothes around here.
Are you looking for if barbarians are allowed to brush their hair in the player's handbook?
Yeah.
No, I'm looking at this guy's self to see what the duration.
May roll just a straight charisma check.
8.
Does she have to charm her brush into going through her hair? Because I can help her.
I'm just seeing overall, like, if you guys are like, wow, I've never seen Rinlin look this good, or like,
Wait,
yeah, that's about what I would expect Rinlin to look
Can
like
Ember
cleaned
help
up.
me for advantage?
Sure.
1 hour. Yeah, I'm not
Sure,
sure.
advantage.
11?
Rinlin looks surprisingly cleaned up. You guys can tell that she definitely took the time and effort to do so.
I feel disgusting.
And Ember's like, but you look so pretty.
Did you try to put makeup on me? Like,
Absolutely.
cover up some of the scars and put a little eyeliner on?
Braiding your hair back to like with the little pieces in it that I made for you. Like I'm going nuts. Like I'm so happy that you let me do your hair.
The things I do to keep cover.
Who's the new dwarf?
Ridlin, you look excellent.
I'm actually Vash's sister. I'm leaving with him. See ya. And then I make a new character.
Eventually, a couple individuals, 2 elves walk in, both of them wearing darker cloaks. One of them sits at the bar, the other one kind of walks slowly towards the back room, looking around. You see he looks a little confused. He looks towards the bartender at one point, and the bartender hurriedly goes and starts talking to another customer serving him, making him look like he's busy.
Would the bartender know who the courier is, or Vash, for that matter?
The bartender, you guys would have learned that he knows who Bosch is and whatnot.
Well, I mean, the courier, because we need to know, when the courier comes in.
Bosch usually
Sorry.
would say, he's just waiting for the courier to come downstairs. Before there's enough security where the courier would... the only way you would really get downstairs is if you were the courier. He would have a symbol that he could flash, and he would be a member. There's a few of them that they would recognize. So Bosch would know who the courier is, and so would the bartender. The bartender, you can tell, is purposely not making eye contact with this guy, and if he gets the chance, he'll look at one of you and kind of indicate yep, this is him.
All right. Well, I would be looking at that door anyway, because I'm clearly more of an armed person than
Right.
typical bar goers.
Mhm.
So I would be playing the part of security, I guess.
Okay.
So I'm gonna notice that the guy, or do I roll to see if I notice purposely avoiding him?
We're gonna say it's not hard to spot since
Pretty
you guys
obvious.
have been waiting for this, and you're all kind of watching everyone who comes in very keenly. So you've gotten the good lay of the bar, so it's pretty obvious.
All right. Well, I guess since he's headed towards the back room, I'll go and I'll meet him at that door, and I'll be like, "Can I help you?"
He came in with another guy, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
the other
he's-
guy is
he's
at
in
the
front
bar.
of me at the bar.
You can let me in.
And I kind of look at him expectantly, I feel like there should be more to this. I don't know if we actually would we know that he has a symbol? Is that something Bosch would have told us, or?
Bosch says that if you get the indication from the bartender or something, you should let him in, because the couriers are used to being recognized, even by newer recruits or recruits they don't know. The couriers just assume that they forget people's faces. They don't pay attention. They act high and mighty over some of the other people because their jobs to go around the city and be important and report to headquarters. Technically, they're higher ranking than anyone who worked in Bosch's area except Bosch, because Bosch was the smith. So
Okay,
he's...
well then I guess I
Yeah.
will, since I know that, I would just
Okay.
I would just kind of shrug and let him downstairs.
Okay. He starts heading in. You hear him walk through into the one room, into the back room. He lifts up the trap door, and starts heading down, downstairs.
Where did we hide the
Sweet.
bodies?
Somewhere
In the
very
furnace.
hidden, I assume.
Probably near the
Suits
forge.
of armor.
In the forge.
Did we
In the armor, that would be awesome.
do we know that he's supposed to go alone, or is it okay if I follow him to...
You can follow him.
He's gonna freak out at some point, so somebody should follow him. Just
Yeah,
to
there
beat him
should
up.
be a couple people. I'll keep an eye on the guy at the bar.
Okay.
I'll go as the bodyguard. I'll lead him down there.
Okay.
Kind of just thinking I probably should have been downstairs this whole time anyway, but oh well.
I mean, if we had time to plan this.
Yeah,
like,
you would have had a lot more time than we have IRL. So.
Were you gonna pretend to be Bosch?
No, remember, because I thought Bosch was going to help us, so I kind of backed off on that.
Did you want to
okay.
be that one, the other one, the one that we...
I think I should be down there somehow, like...
Be down there as one of them, so that there's at least like another familiar face.
Yeah, because I kind of don't entirely trust Bosch to not back off, you know?
Also that.
Okay. We'll say that you could take the appearance of that one guy who was, like, the next in charge, who you guys knocked out and kept alive in the
one
first
who
fight.
shot me in the face.
Yeah.
The one whose face is fucked up now.
Mithril face.
So
They do
pre-face
Pre-
beating?
Yeah,
Yeah.
pre-face beating.
Right. So the courier walks down. He eventually walks into the forge room. You guys have hit everything and it looks normal. He looks around. Bosch is there. And he kind of looks. Where is everyone? Why is it just you two? He looks to you, Atone, and then to Bosch.
And me.
Say it caught us at a slow time. Some of the guys are, I don't know, not up in the bar out drinking. I don't know where they're at.
Do you roll a deception check for me, Mario?
Hold on. That rolled funny. 17.
I didn't see anyone in the bar.
Maybe they're out. I mean, they're not here right now. We're allowed to have a little bit of time off, right? Once in a while? An hour or so here and there?
I saw a couple of them leave earlier. They said they had business at some fucking place. I don't remember what it was called.
And who are you?
It's not my
Who's
job
this?
to remember things. Muscle.
Your answer is just muscle.
I'm related to Bosch.
The family resemblance is uncanny.
Yeah.
Wow. Racist.
Racism has worked in our favor.
Bosch. Any orders? The courier kind of looks over to him. Nothing new. Continue the hindrance of Kulatan Orgrimmir's shipping business. Also, we are expecting a unmarked airship to be arriving with Lurian Corporation supplies. That means Vadric weapons or the like. Have some of your men on standby for if we hit the airship tower to try and get them.
Real quick, is there any way for us to do a check to see if this is like code? If he's like trying to fuck us?
Yeah, if I was down there, we could see if it was Thieves' Camp.
It isn't Thieves' Camp. You
It's
can
not.
make a insight check.
Who
I'm
can?
not, I'm not down there.
Anyone who's down there.
Yeah.
So Atone,
Yeah, if it was-
Rinlin.
My insight is not a negative. Oh, that's a 20. 19.
Nice.
Nice.
Oh, my insight's actually a +1. So 16.
He seems to be truthful. He's not making any of this up. He recognizes Bosch is the one thing you guys realize. So he makes a point of talking primarily to Bosch, because Bosch is clearly the one who was in charge. He's giving Bosch all the information. If you guys say anything to him, like as you've said stuff to him, he won't acknowledge you. He'll listen to you, but all of his queries and stuff go to Bosch or a little bit to the individual who Atone is impersonating.
I was making sure that Bosch wasn't like giving him some sort of...
Bosch is just kind of listening, like, okay, yeah.
Everything's fine.
Bosch kind of slightly more awkward than you would have hoped. Kind of changes the subject. He,
Well, anyways.
there's one other question I had. He kind of recomposes himself. There was some extra supplies on Kulitan's last shipment that we picked up. Some things that we didn't expect him to have that I think Xander would be interested in. Can I bring them by the warehouse later this week?
Smart.
What'd you get? I'm not sure. It's this weird metal I've never seen before. It looks Washun. It's definitely magical, I can tell you that much, but I figure he might know what better to do with it. Washun metals aren't my specialty. The courier kind of looks him up and down.
I was gonna say something up the poor bastard.
Trust me, I inspected it. Dwarves are known for knowing things, and neither of us could figure out what it was.
He kind of looks at you. He actually acknowledges you when you say that.
Dwarves
He
are
looks
known for
back.
knowing
Alright. Password, he goes over to Bosch specifically, and he whispers something in his ear. Bosch kind
Whispers, "You're
of
dead,
nods. The courier says, I'll see you there. Nothing else to report. He reaches down to his belt, takes a small little satchel off, and he tosses it to Bosch. Bosch catches it, and he goes, "You've been doing good work. Distribute this between you and, if you want, anyone else." And with that, he kind of turns and he walks out the door. Is walking towards the door. Out of the two of you who are there, does Rinlin, do you lead him out, or do you just let him go?
No, I was gonna lead him out.
Okay. So as you lead him out, Atone, are you going to stay down there as well? Okay. As soon as the door closes, Bosch just kind of takes the bag of coins and he just hands it to you. Doesn't even open it or anything.
Okay. What's in there?
A total of 150 gold coins. Gold pieces.
Jesus.
That's a lot of gold.
That is a bit.
I mean, he's good. He's like paying us for, the false paperwork.
That's true.
Technically, he's paying Mario. He hasn't decided whether or not he's paying us.
That is true.
I am not a greedy or evil character. I will be sharing this as fairly as possible. 100 for me and 10 for everybody.
that sounds fair.
So Rinlin, he looks like he's been here a million times before, so you're less leading him and more just kind of walking with him, and he's making like a beeline for the exit. Are you going to do anything on his way up?
Fucking kill him! No.
Okay.
I'll just hold the door open and very sarcastically, bow to him as I hold the door open.
Doesn't even acknowledge you or say thank you or anything.
I wouldn't have expected him to.
Gets back to the bar.
When
Go
he
ahead.
enters the bar, Joe, I would like to try to read him and any interaction he has with the guy that came with him to see if they share a suspicious glance or something weird's going on.
They yell at each other and
You don't really even have to roll because it's not subtle at all. He walks upstairs, looks over to his friend, calls out, Kamdar. The other guy looks up, and then the courier kind of gestures just with his head, let's get out of here. And Kamdar just nods to him, stands up. They both kind of walk to the door.
Can I insight check to see if they think anything's going on?
Right, that's
Sure.
what I was hoping for. Did he seem suspicious?
No weird hand gestures or.
What's
What's
a
the-
six? 16 plus 4 for me, so that's a 20 insight.
What's the mood he's giving off?
I'll roll.
I think you're muted, babe.
I can check his emotions. I'm actually up here.
I got
Okay.
17 on mine.
You guys don't really see anything. Ember, when you check his emotions, he seems a little, like, disgusted. Like, he's high and mighty-ish, I guess would be how I'm describing it. He doesn't like being in this place. He thinks this bar's beneath him. He'd much rather just get on with his day and get out of here. So he's like a health inspector in a really crappy restaurant who gets to go to like a 5-star restaurant right after this. So he's like, yeah, your stuff sucks. Okay, I'm leaving now. Bye.
Okay, bye.
Yeah.
As the guy at the bar's getting up, can I offer you anything before you leave?
Yeah, joke's on him. The food today has been amazing.
Right? The most like diverse menu this bar's ever had.
Yeah.
The gentleman just kind of looks at you and goes, no, I'm good.
You should try the cinnamon vodka. It's real good.
It's fire.
Yeah, like literally, you might die. You're not dwarf, and so.
And the
Yeah.
2 lithe individuals exit the boat.
It is vodka, right?
We don't
Yeah,
kill
it's
everything,
vodka.
Joe.
That is correct.
Live.
Just
The 2 live.
mostly.
Live. L-I-T-H-E. Live. As in, like,
Oh, I
skinny,
thought you said
lanky.
live.
No,
Like, I was like, we have left some people.
I wasn't calling you murder hobos. I was just using live.
But we are.
But it is surprising that, like, 2 NPCs got out and they're not dead.
I've only killed 5 people in my entire life.
I might actually be more than me.
I have been in like the span of like the month we've been together.
Yeah, you know. The last couple of weeks, 5 people. I mean,
I'm up to almost 30.
matter of perspective.
Anyway, when we're all back together, I hand everybody 30 gold apiece.
Cool.
30 gold. Let's go.
Hey.
I'm up to 193.
I got a good look at the courier's companion. If we want to sneak in with the password.
Actually, yeah, I would also be drilling Bosch for that information as well.
Yeah, Bosch told you the password, right?
Yeah, whatever was whispered into Bosch's ear, I need to know.
Bring Tiff with you when you ask him that.
I mean, I was already down there, so I would, as soon as the guy was out of earshot of the turn, I'd be like, it whispers.
Hey, Scuzz83, thank you for subbing. 1 year, woo. That's cool.
Yay.
Whole year? That's
Holy-
crazy.
A holy year.
But he would look at you as soon as you ask, Dagger Hilt.
Dagger Hill.
Okay.
It's not quite.
Oh,
That's not very
let's,
creative.
Would
On
that
that
be
part.
like
Oh, shit.
Yes.
19?
He does not appear to be lying.
All right.
It's in his best interest.
Yeah.
When you've all assembled again, he goes, I don't know if there's much else I can do for you. I think I've given you information about the warehouse itself. He tells you the exact location, like streetwise, where you would find this warehouse. The guards that they potentially have there, there's Xandar himself, a few more guards that were slightly better than the ones that you guys encountered here. I'm sure that ogre that he's got employed under him is there,
I'm sorry,
and
what?
he has
There's an
a
ogre.
large ogre-like individual working for him. Half ogre, I think. I don't know. The man's very large.
Would you say like almost the size of an ogre?
Yeah. Just like that. And
Wow.
No, good to know.
Uh,
A deduction.
there's been whispers of him getting more muscle in that vein, though he hasn't. He doesn't like to report those sort of things. We just kind of have to see them, and I haven't been there for a while.
It's alright, I can handle muscle.
Be ready is all I'm saying.
Oh, also the second he leaves, I literally just like scruff the fuck out of my hair, and then like, and just
Ember
like,
looks really disappointed.
and just like rub my face off and drink an entire like 7 shots of vodka back to back.
I do those
Alright.
shots with her.
slice of chicken.
I'm gonna try to, without her noticing, cast prestidigitation on her so that she smells real nice.
I'm just gonna assume you did that earlier, honestly.
Yeah. Real flowery perfume.
I can't get the smell off me.
I'm gonna go roll around.
Keeps coming back.
Roll around in the forge.
Yes.
Okay, so Bosch has told us all the information that he can give us, and we got the password from him.
Yep.
I'm actually going to give him the 30 pieces of gold that Atone gave me. Him on his journey with his papers and stuff, and I'm like, you might need this more than I do.
He thanks you sincerely. You've done more for me than I probably deserve.
I'm like, everyone deserves a second shot.
Sometimes a third and a fifth, 10th.
I mean,
I'm like, take
Ew.
it and take it seriously. If I hear of anything less than your best, I will find you.
Yes, Vangal has got a watchful eye on you now.
All right.
you know,
Cough, cough, Irlanche, cough, cough.
yeah, I was like, or you know, the goddess of redemption. Use this as a moment to walk in her light. Trust me, it's changed my life and it can change yours.
Yeah, she used to throw javelins at people she likes.
I throw a javelin.
Used to was a.
Is that-
Hey, she hasn't done it in like 6 days, okay?
I also used to eat people and murder
Do
them
I have,
and
like-
torture them.
Do I have, like, for Irlanche's flip, a
Do like a
symbol?
pamphlet?
I think I'd have a pamphlet, but I
I
feel
got-
like I'd have symbols.
I got pamphlets
because
for
symbols
Vandal.
are kind of my thing.
I
Kinda
know the symbol of Viral Linche well enough. I'll take it to heart.
And if you truly need anything, we really are just one blue wind away. If there's anything that we can do, just let us know.
All right. He kind of nods, picks up his things, picks up his own little blacksmithing hammer. Oh my gosh, that was really bright lightning.
Not the black one that I stole from him.
No, not his, not the big hammer. It's like a small little one-handed blacksmithing hammer. All right.
Actually, I give him my hammer. My maul. The one I made.
Oh.
Who are you?
Whoa.
I can make another one. Just, I stole yours. It's only fair to not leave you defenseless. Yes.
He looks it over for a bit, scanning it like top to bottom, like how you would look over a weapon if you found one.
Yeah, the exact same way I looked at his hammer.
Pretty
Yeah.
much.
Yeah.
He. A few minutes later, he kind of grips it. I think I'm getting the better end of this deal. He kind of hoists it over his shoulder, and he turns and he
Wait, is that a...
starts walking out. Yes. That was a dwarven compliment.
I genuinely, for like the first time, smile at something not murder related.
Oh, okay,
Ma'am?
someone broke her. Can we reboot?
She's not gonna stay
Ember's
like,
like-
is she?
Ember's like borderline in tears because
She's literally just standing behind her like
for
this.
moment.
She's like,
Joe, are there pod people in this
Yeah, they're called
category?
Noir.
Yeah, I was gonna say they're called Noir.
I don't have lesser restoration for a little bit, so I can't do anything about this.
So May, are we pulling off that thing that you messaged me about earlier, that secret thing you wanted to do in game? Are we pulling it off okay? About you not being, you being,
Yes. Wink.
Alright,
Friends
he...
don't make friends, guys. You guys are being really rude.
I'm bullshitting. Bosch
He's not.
leaves the bar. You guys kind of watch him walking down the road. He's got a little bit more of a confident stride in his step than you saw when you initially met him / fought him. And yeah, I know you guys keep track of your kills, but you can go ahead and mark one down for the tally of people you've saved the
Saved
souls
all.
of.
I'm tracking that one.
I am totally tracking that. Save souls.
Just saying, one redeemed soul is worth the 400 people we killed.
We should we should talk about that sometime in therapy.
Okay.
We saved Noob.
You did save Noob. I forgot about that.
So that's 2.
This is the second soul that we unleashed on the world.
No.
That means we're good for like 800 people.
When we saved Nuke, we saved that ogre too, didn't we?
Yeah, I don't know if the ogre counts. He eats people.
Well,
I think you're muted, May.
It is. I'd like to make a noob comment. My phone automatically corrects no to noob every single time.
As it should.
Every time.
I'm gonna say no that way from now on.
Yeah.
Nope.
Nope, I didn't.
Major thunder. Yeah. Apparently,
Thunder,
stream
not
is
bad.
hearing like thunder real bad.
Oh yeah, we hear it.
Oh, that's pretty funny.
Yeah, Rachel and everyone who's in Ohio hear it, and they hear it on stream.
That's like
Is
not
it,
coming here.
is it storming in game?
Is it?
Yeah.
It like,
It's storming in game.
ambiance.
isn't it like a second a mile for thunder?
I don't know.
That can't be right.
Oh,
It's some weird thing you learned when you were in like grade school.
Nope, that missed us like just barely.
When
It had southern Indianapolis.
when we get back out to the bar, are there like empty bottles behind the bar?
Yeah, of course.
I look at the bartender and I tell him I'm sorry. I fill them with the vodka that I have learned to make because of that purchase, and I put them on the counters and I say free drinks for everyone
I take one.
as we walk out. You have one. You have an endless tab.
I put it back.
All right.
I know we gotta go and prepare for like we need potions and we need shit. We're taking on a fortress.
So yeah, the party knows the location of the warehouse and everything. You've met with a courier and everything. You know you have about a week before the password would change again.
no week. I'm going tomorrow.
You know what?
So anything the party wants to do, just let me know.
Hey David, can you marry us yet?
No, that's like a 3rd level spell. I only have 2nd level
Okay.
spells. Next level.
Ceremony.
Next level, he can marry you.
I love that spell.
Next,
It's so fun.
next level, apparently you get like if you marry someone for 7 days.
It's 2 AC. It's 2 AC for a week.
Oh,
yeah.
2 AC. Yeah,
That's pretty unbelievably good.
No, me and Ember are gonna get married.
literally what
sick
I said.
AC
I'm
bonus.
like, we can just like marry each other.
Yeah. It's like
Yeah.
marrying somebody for the
My
insurance. I mean, anyways, this is either a really good idea or a really bad idea, but I really do think that we should just hit them now and hit them hard, because if that guy was suspicious of us at all, we need to get back before he
Yeah,
can
before
tip
they-
them off.
Or before they send somebody to keep an eye on this place.
Yeah.
Or passwords, so we tip ourselves off.
Yeah. I really do think that we need to beeline.
What was the password, by the way?
Dagger Hill.
Dagger Hill.
Dagger Hill?
And for some reason, I'm
going
agreeing I'm agreeing with Rinlin.
Yeah.
I
would-
agree as well.
I would like to procure a couple, just like things to help us in battle, like potions and stuff, if possible, just in case we need them. Because if I have to burn through any good spells, I'd like to be prepared.
I do still have the health potion that actually I think Rinlin has hers too.
Hmm.
We got a health potion that does 2d4 plus 2 back a while ago. And I have the giant snake venom and the carrion crawler poison fang still. I am a hoarder, guys.
Oh, I don't
Do,
have anything.
Did that gold get split or not?
Yeah.
They each
It
got
did.
30, except for me because I gave mine to Bash.
You're talking about the bag that I got in the basement?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was 158, so 30 to everybody.
I have 76 gold.
I'm at 75.
Get fucked.
77 before I gave away, or actually after I gave away gold, so.
No, I would know Mithric. Mithric is just Dwarvish, isn't it?
Technically, but
You
like
didn't grow up there.
the way I would rule it for ZE is if you weren't raised there and you weren't raised by people who were actively speaking it, you wouldn't know it. If it makes more sense for you to know like other languages, you would know other languages.
I don't remember where I'm from, so
Argus.
thanks, buddy.
Yeah, I wasn't Argus.
Yeah.
My
Isn't
character also does not know where they're from.
Do they speak their own language, or do they speak Reception?
They speak a lot of things in Irgus.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
then
they're the
what,
melting pot.
what would I speak if I'm from Argus then?
Vivalish, obviously, which is common. You could know Seption. You could know Learish, which was the language of the Leathar Empire, which encompasses Venox, Sinithiel, and Mithrain to an extent. So it's a pretty widely used language in the Angelus Sea area. What are the other ones?
Would Istral be
there?
okay because that's where the parents are from?
Mhm.
Hi guys, we're in session like 10 and I just now I'm writing down my character's languages. Don't mind me.
Session 9. I have it tracked.
You're just writing it down, but we've talked about it multiple times. So.
It will. It's because when I auto-generated the character, it wrote down my languages, like in the little
Right.
languages spot, and it put Common and Dwarvish, and I was just looking at it 'cause it's above my equipment, and I was like, wait a minute.
Mhm.
Because I didn't adjust it for, like, for Zodiac.
ZE.
CE. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I just know Vivalish and Farlish.
Makes sense.
Farlish is so cool. I don't know Farlish.
I know Vivalish, Athean, and Rankin.
Boris, Panic, Israel, and Emprian, but that's because of my character.
Oh, you're a noir too. You get excellent.
You know Emprian?
Yeah, you and I talked about this before the first session.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right.
What is my hammer called?
It is a Reckless Shadow Hammer.
Let me write that down on my fucking...
Which, if anyone else looks for, you're not going to find. Because I made it up.
I was just, like, writing it down instead of Maul.
Hashtag original.
For weapons, I tend to do custom ones.
There we go, kiddos. Oh, hey, we took a rest. I get my rages back.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I get
Range.
my, channel divinities back.
And I get my battle master dice back.
I get
That's
my
a
3
fun
spells
one.
back.
My 2 spells, but I do have all that healing light, so can do 5.
That's pretty big. It's pretty big for you.
So what... Do you guys want to go buy healing potions? How many do we have?
We got 2.
0.
I don't
Thank
have any.
you
Yeah.
and mine are the only ones we have.
But they're like 50 each.
They are expensive.
I don't really
Unless you intimidate the life out of the shop owner.
or somebody persuades him.
Yeah.
I could try to persuade him.
I feel like intimidation.
Probably
Probably
not
not it.
be me.
My intimidation's only +1. My charisma's -1, so even though I have proficiency in it, like
My intimidation is better than yours.
yeah, again, I have -1 charisma. You're a warlock. Shut up.
I have a +3 charisma.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you,
I have -1 charisma too, May. It's fine.
does Priscilla's shop, the place you work at, does that sell stuff or is it just shipping?
Hers is less a general store type place. It's more of a shipping contracting thing.
Alright. I just knew we had like a reporter with her, and if we could buy through her, we'd probably get better deals. Damn. Okay.
Maybe being a company in the city, she could hook us up with
Maybe.
another company that she has a relationship with.
Give us a voucher.
Yep.
A coupon?
Yeah, a coupon.
Coupon.
I'd like a coupon book for the fact that we saved your shit.
Well, she's also procuring a bag of holding for us, which will be
Oh, that is true. We can't ask for anything else from her.
yeah.
We can ask.
Yeah, that is true. We could ask. It'd just be shitty.
Yeah.
So as the party kind of exits the bar to try and figure out where they're going next, you see kind of standing near the bar against like the side in one of the alleys, or you hear rather, patink, patink.
What?
Oh, somebody throwing rocks against the window.
Investigate.
If you
Absolutely.
turn the corner, you see a familiar-looking child taking rocks, and he's just kind of throwing them against the side of a building.
Oh shit! What was his name?
Hey, it's the
Thomas?
orphans.
Oh, little kid. Hey, what's up? How you
Philip!
doing?
It's Philip.
I get down on like one knee and like open my arms to give him a hug.
He looks at you like, "Hi." Doesn't move to like get closer to you or anything, and he turns and he continues just tossing rocks against the wall.
I see how it is.
Denied. Dude, what are you doing?
Nothing.
Did you
I don't know what to do about this.
find anything any interesting information, or did you just coincidentally run into us?
I didn't find out anything.
You might know something that can help us, though. There's a couple guys that walked out of here a few minutes ago, and I described those two guys, and I say, which way'd they go?
He points down the road.
How fast were they moving?
Not very.
Hey, Philip, if we went someplace and brought you with us, do you think you could tell us if you know anything about this place? You travel the city a lot, right?
Uh-huh.
So, and you've got friends that like see a lot of stuff.
Except for Jeremy, he's blind. But yeah.
Oh my god! I fucking lose it in character, dude. I like his sense of humor.
All right. How would you like to make a gold coin?
Make it 4 and you got yourself a deal.
How about 2 and you don't be a dick?
2 works.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I'm gonna give him a coin, and I'm gonna give it to him by having my mage hand carry it over to him.
That's 1. He says, just kind of taking it kind of unimpressed.
Okay, you get 2 when you finish holding.
That's fair.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, so let's head to this place and see if Philip knows anything special about it.
Hey, Philip, I got another golden coin if you tell us what you're doing in this alleyway.
Sure. He holds out his hand.
I
Throwing rocks in the wall.
Yeah, he was just. Oh my god.
I was following you guys.
Why?
What for?
You're interesting.
Alright.
Okay, I don't need a pet.
And apparently we bleed gold.
Yeah, he's like, I can keep swindling these people.
I would gladly adopt a child.
No, we're not. No.
I can't have
No.
kids of my own.
Your tomcat would be so offended.
The cat that we keep forgetting he has.
Yeah.
I'll take your kid if you. I'll take your cat if you want the kid. Like, I think that's a fair trade.
Cat. Oh yeah, no, the cat's with Bronwyn.
Yeah, cat is with Bronwyn, confirmed.
Fuck.
It's the cat. Anyway, did somebody to follow us? Ma'am.
No one asked me to. You guys are just interesting.
Insight check.
Insight check.
Go for it.
I rolled a 1.
That time, that's a 10.
You know,
got a
I have
14.
advantage on insight checks, but I never ever use it because I'm so trusting in character.
I rolled a 1.
I got a
so,
14, so.
I'm not rolling it. Phil's awesome.
Oh,
Yeah, he just seems genuinely interested in you guys. You actually spoke to him, which is, you get the sense is kind of out of the ordinary for him, for like people who are capable of like doing the things you guys are doing. Like you have weapons and magic and stuff. Like you guys speaking to him and noticing him, and it's he's intrigued by it. You get the sense that he's also like he's a lot more impressed than he's letting on. He's trying to play it cool, and he's just really good at coming across as he's genuinely unimpressed, but he's just trying to play it cool. He's actually like really enamored with you guys. Like you're the most interesting and cool people he's seen in a long while.
Hello. Cool.
Alright, well, you just follow us and I guess we'll see what's going on.
Okay.
Notes that Philip thinks we're cool.
Philip is cool.
Lucy.
So you guys, where are you taking Philip?
To hell if he doesn't change his ways.
To an orphanage.
Oh my god, that's so bad.
I'm guessing Kyle's intention was the place that we're about to hit.
Yeah. Because he might know stuff about it. He might have seen comings and goings.
Okay, you reach the warehouse district, and you are about a block away from the building that you guys know to be the warehouse that the Shadow Anvils are hiding, according to the information you've gotten. And you can see the building from where you're at, the vantage point. Double cat screen.
I know, really.
Alright, Philip, see that building way over there? And I don't point with my hand, I just like nudge with my head. And I was like, what do you know about that building?
It's a warehouse.
That... I don't know if you're gonna believe me.
Oh, that's the best kind of information, Philip.
Yeah, if you don't think we're gonna believe it, tell us, we're probably gonna believe it.
Are you drooling on my arm?
Philip wiped his
Yes.
mouth off. Sorry. So...
Ew?
The warehouse that's right next to it, he points to one down, that one usually is shipping or storing dried meats, like jerky and stuff, and they have a loose window, and I go in there when I get really hungry sometimes and find jerky that they don't want anymore. But I was... finding jerky they don't want anymore the other night.
Acquiring.
Yeah. And I heard a noise coming from across, like, next door. So I looked out the window, and there's, like, this man, only he was big. And he had, like, a cow head.
A minotaur?
Oh.
Whoa.
Wait, do I know what minotaur
A
are
what
in
head?
character?
You'd be able to know what a minotaur is.
Is there a
I
merchant
totally
too?
know that, right?
A merchant and the minotaur?
Oh.
Coming soon to Drive-Thru RPG. No, it was just a cowman. He had big horns.
Do we think Bosch is really confused about what an ogre is, or do we think this is additional muscle?
I think this might be additional.
You said he had just horns, or does he have like a full? Does he have like a tail and hooves and?
He had a tail. I didn't see his feet, but he might have had hooves. He was making real loud clompy noises.
So the bottom half of him was like furry.
I didn't see his feet.
He was a goddamn furry.
It could be a yak man.
You're right. It could be yak.
Yak folk.
It's gonna go
It's funny because they're a thing.
It's going to Dungeons and Baptist too. The Yak Man.
Based on just
No,
reaction.
it's hilarious because we can't do it because they're already a thing in Forgotten Realms.
Yep.
Oh, they probably are trademarked or copywritten or whatever they are.
They're not open.
Yeah.
Just do, instead of Yak Man, do
I have
like
to Google
Yak.
this.
Be like
Yak
YAH. Like
They're in
Yak.
Storm
Oh my
King's
God, no.
Thunder.
They're really a thing.
They are.
I didn't
Oh
believe you
my
for some reason.
God.
Oh my God.
Edition.
They're assholes too, by the way.
Yeah, they're dicks.
Neutral
Um,
evil. This is. I'm sorry for derailing that. That's fucking ridiculous.
Just the way I like my daddy.
Yeah, there's a cowman.
That's actually really helpful, Philip. Thank you.
Have you seen any other large people?
The guy who runs the building with the jerky is pretty large, but I think he just does what I do and acquires jerky when no one's looking.
He probably acquires a lot more jerky than you do.
Yeah, it looks like it.
I don't know. I feel like this kid could probably put away some jerky.
We've seen him put away some jerky. He can. Jerky's good. If I could taste it, I assume it's good. People say it's good.
It's awful.
So you can't taste anything?
Nope.
Not even like sugar?
I mean, I know what it is. I know it's sweet, but I can't taste it.
I know, what a miserable existence.
I'm sorry.
Is that really an Aldera
Not-
thing?
Okay, not
just-
even
I don't
what? Because what I
know.
heard was not even children, and I'm pretty sure that's not what you said.
Sugar.
Okay.
Yes, children are supposed to taste sweet.
Not even children?
Everybody eats children!
That's what I heard. And I was
Existence
like,
is
no, that
difficult.
can't be right.
You're so lucky you made it through childhood.
Excuse me while I die.
I did it.
Sorry.
I killed Tiffany.
I'm proud of you.
I got 4 more of you to go. Okay.
Alright.
Well, we got a little bit more information about that, which is good. It would have been awful to go in there and get gored out of nowhere.
It just depends on what you feel is a good time.
Because I'm having a good time. Having a good time.
I am gonna look at Renlet. Make sure she gives Philip his coin.
Huh?
You owe Philip a gold coin.
I don't owe him anything.
Philip just holds his hand out, looking around at you guys
I give him a
expectantly.
I give him a high five
Sleight of hand check.
I'll give
while
you-
I'm looking at you. Do you want to die?
Mage hand.
Do you want to die, buddy?
I just give him a gold coin.
I wanna see what happens! I wanna see what happens!
It's too late. I did it.
Well, then
mean-
maybe he's gonna get an extra one.
Yeah,
Ooh.
feel free.
That's a net 1.
Okay.
So you probably literally feel like this invisible hand pawing at your purse.
I rolled a nat 1 for perception. Like I'm not even
My
shitting you.
modifier is higher!
All
I
right.
have +3, so fuck you.
Yeah,
And my
plus
passive
6.
perception is 13.
So, Rinlin isn't paying attention,
But like neither are you.
but Kalian, you like are focusing on Philip, so you're just doing it kind of blindly.
Yeah.
And standing next to Rinlin is a tone. And a tone... You don't feel anything stolen, but, like, it's your cloak. Something is just, like, tugging your cloak. And you can't see what it is.
Getting gently caressed.
Yeah, really. All right.
That was
Actually,
the.
I'm pretty sure
We're in
somewhere
this
along the way
alley.
I said I will always stay as far away from Rinlin as possible.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair.
It's fair. So Ember.
Ember, there's something pulling at, like, your shirt sleeve.
That's the
I
greatest
kind of look
series
down
of crit
and
fails.
I'm like, Alien,
What? Oh, sorry. Never mind.
I think you're.
Are you flirting with Ember
She
now?
kind of just
Yeah,
like looks at him like,
I'm sorry. That's never happened before. I mean, usually
look-
I'm real spot on. Don't worry about it, Rinlin.
I like lean into Ember and I'm like, is he trying to like feel you?
Philip just kind of looks around, like, watching all this happen.
Kalian is beat red, by the way.
Hey, Philip, could you, you know the city pretty well. Do you know which stores would have the best deals on, like, helpful items, like potions and stuff like that?
Because I don't know if he's ever had enough money to buy anything remotely near.
Yeah,
I don't usually go to the fancy potion shops.
Not
'cause
even
there's
to,
nothing
like-
I really want.
Liberate?
I understand that. Yeah. I just figured it was well, you know, it was worth a chance. Could have found yourself up that way.
You could check the glowing mushroom. They make potions, I think.
Let's
This place also sounds like it sells drugs. So like,
Except glowing mushroom sounds like it sells stuff.
Yeah, it sounds like I could get drugs there that I can't even use.
let's go.
Sure.
It is mid-afternoon at this point.
Yeah, I was thinking it might be best to wait till night to actually go after them anyway.
I agree.
Yeah. So we should just dig around until then.
Okay.
Okay. You guys arrive at the glowing mushroom. At this point, Philip says, I'm going to go eat lunch.
Okay, have fun.
All right, you still got plenty of jerky in your little hidey hole?
Yep.
All right.
But I'm going to go spend this money. And he takes the coins that you guys gave him and he runs off.
Do you want to drink before you go?
What do you got?
Okay.
I was gonna say-
I offer him my vodka.
I was about to do the same thing.
He reaches for it.
No.
No!
And I'm like,
Why?
It'll stunt his growth!
That's
I've been
coffee.
drinking since I was little.
He's a halfling. He's all right. They're short anyway.
guys! Children, don't drink this. It will literally no.
I drank it.
It didn't stop my growth
Look
none.
what
You're living.
What was that?
drink
What was that? Huh? Whatever? What?
happened to you. And I stand next to you, showing how short you are.
I'm a
like,
dwarf, you
just say it.
racist bitch!
I'm supposed to be shorter than you.
No, they're not. Indians are taller. The funny thing here is that I am unnecessarily short for a dwarf.
Your hammer is taller than you, I swear.
It is. It 100% is.
Philip just kind of shrugs and he runs off while you guys are kind of arguing.
As he probably should.
Yep.
Yeah.
Smart
I
child.
bet he'd make one hell of a drinking buddy, though.
Right?
He's like 10.
All right, and he could be drinking with us, and then he could pickpocket people for us. I'm not sorry,
See?
Gall. That was wrong with me. Sorry.
I'm just gonna put this out that I think me and Soul would be literally the worst parents.
Second that.
If we like adopted a kid somehow, that kid would be like something.
If you guys adopted the kid, then I would be its godparent. It'd be alright.
We don't even have anywhere to keep a kid.
Oh, we're about to get a bag of holding though.
I was waiting for that.
Did you say the same thing?
Yes, but I was muted.
He will die if we put him in a bag of holding.
Only if he needs to breathe.
Today on Stop, Drop, and Roll, we accidentally killed a 10-year-old.
So as you guys enter the glowing mushroom, yeah, you're good. The shelves are lined with various colors of different glowing potions, some luminescent, some not. The general building itself is dark on the inside, other than the faint glow of the bottles. A old human man is behind the counter. He has a lengthy, wispy white beard, bald on the very top of his head, but he's kind of got like the George Costanza going on, only it's grown out a little bit more. And he kind of looks at you through a pair of spectacles. Welcome to the glowing mushroom. How can I help you folks?
Oh yes, young man. We are looking for. Some possible like healing potions of some kind. Maybe even a little something that's got a little more kick to it.
Healing potions. Yes, I have some of those.
Oh, that's wonderful to hear. What are you selling those for?
Approximately 50 gold pieces. Exactly.
50 gold.
Approximately exactly.
What if we told you that we're about to do the city a great service and we're going to increase your foot traffic? Would you be able to help us out?
How would you be doing that?
There's just some work that needs to be done in the city, and we're the ones doing it. And
You're fixing that pothole?
Yes.
Yes.
Among other things, yes.
Among other things, yes.
Very big pothole.
All the potholes, even.
There's lots of things falling in this pothole, and we are going to close it.
Well, I suppose I could help a little bit. How many potions do you need?
How many do you have?
I can give you a bulk discount.
What would 10 cost?
Oh,
10?
crikey. That's a lot.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Usually it would be 500. I could give you 10 potions of healing. If you're doing the city some good and fixing that pothole, 400 gold pieces for 10.
What about 5?
When he says that, I try to bring him down to 350, and that's 18 on my persuasion.
Do we even have that much gold?
I have 191.
I got 75. Someone else said 70 something. We're close.
I'm not dumping that much of my money on potions.
I was just gonna say 2 for the two other people that bleed real blood.
That is oh wait, do you have any Eldero repair kits?
I was assuming I had at least one.
You can also use healing potions. They'll have the same effect on you. Yeah.
I've got the Eldero repair kit right here, and it's pull my hammer.
Yeah, it's nice having like someone that knows how to work with metal. I mean, I'm living metal, but
so
helps in some way.
I could do 10 for 400. I could do. Let's see. I could do 5 for 220 gold.
I'm gonna try to whittle this guy down. I'm gonna say 200 for 5. That's 14 now.
220, and I'll throw in this. And he puts down another small little vial next to it.
What is
that?
This is a concoction of my own design. It has slight healing properties, so it is up the alley you're looking for. Moreover, though, it fills you up. You drink it, you don't have to eat for a good day or so. One dose of it. It's the equivalent of good berry. There are 5 uses of this little vial. He says just a drop will do.
I just dramatically gesture at Soul.
And then I produce a. What do I want to? Like just.
A
Trying to think
pie.
of something salt. Yeah, let's go with a peach cobbler pie kind of thing.
He just do it.
But wait a second. He needs berries to make this potion, then, right? Because that's the whole point of good berry. So what if you just supplied him with some material?
Yeah. Do you need any edible material that goes into potion making? Because I can help you with that.
Oh my gosh.
Could
Putting this into
you
good use.
could you make juniper berries?
Of course.
Absolutely. I could
I'm not
give
sure
you a
the sigil's
barrel
supposed
of
to
them.
be used the way that we used them.
Rules are meant to be broken.
So David's
Or bent.
out of character. It never specifies what form the food takes. And because we've played with it this far with him just making random food, I'm not going to go back on it at this point. Because the sigils are varied in what they can do. And I guess his primary function for his sigil is he can make random foodstuffs.
I mean,
That's
mine's
all
a
his
walking
sigil
lie
does.
detector, and Rinlin douses herself in water, so I mean...
Dude, though, between us, we could start a party, and then Ember could just like know when people are unhappy, and we would have the best customer service as well. Like, are you kidding?
Yeah, it's
We
like
could, we could also tell when they're pretending to be unhappy just to get a discount.
Yeah. Yeah.
I need this in real life.
I know.
So, Joe, we are quitting the campaign
Okay.
to start a restaurant.
Okay.
No, but I can make him as much as he needs, at least up to like enough for like 20 people for 24 hours.
You just find an empty barrel, or you're like, yeah,
Yeah,
that's good
just,
enough,
like,
and just like
why?
fill it with juniper berries.
He finds like a small little bucket and he goes, if you can fill this with juniper berries, I'll give you the 5 potions for 195 gold pieces.
I definitely fill it for him.
Does it overfill a little bit?
A little bit.
He sets the 5 potions on the counter, looks expectantly.
Let's see. We say 195. So I'll throw.
It's 39. It's 39 each. If you guys want to just.
All right.
Yeah, I'll put it in.
Yep. I'll throw in.
I'll do it.
Alright. Sounds good to me.
All right.
We really need a party fund.
Also, do you? Oh, I don't really know how to go about this. Do you? Do you sell drugs?
My word, what gives you that impression?
Your store name.
Does he have any paraphernalia just sitting out on shelves?
He's just got like a bong next to him.
Whatever gives you that idea.
Despite the name of the establishment, he legitimately just has potions.
I thought we could really work out a good deal here, but
Ridlin desperately needs cocaine.
I'm going straight for Watcher Dust. You guys kidding?
Terrible, terrible parent.
Alright, so I guess we should divvy up those 5 potions.
I was thinking one to everybody, right?
Yeah, I mean, that works for me. But our 2,
I'll
like, martial
give them-
fighters.
I would say I'm gonna give one of mine to either Rinlin or Ember.
I was gonna give mine to Soul because I think our healer needs them just in case.
Well, you know what? No, you know what? I will keep one because
Yeah, I have Potion.
Yeah.
So, like, make sure that each of you have one, and then, like, I can just hold on to the rest?
Yeah, well, yeah, everybody would have one now, and then you'd have two.
Yeah.
Well, Ember would
Yeah,
have two as well.
You and I,
Yeah.
You and I have one already. Someone to Soul to have two. That way, all of the people have at least one, and then Soul, our healer, has three.
Oh, you're gonna give me
To
yours
dis-
too? Okay.
I
guess
my
if-
second win. I feel like I'll probably be aight.
Oh yeah, you're good.
I'll keep one then.
All right.
All right. And those potions, they what? 2d4 plus what?
2d4 plus 2.
All right.
Can you not restart everything, please?
I'll do my best.
Well, I guess that we're ready to go take some people on, because, like, potions are expensive, and if I try to get any, like, combat help potions, I'm sure it's gonna shoot us down a lot of gold.
Okay.
You guys ready?
Yep.
I'm ready.
And this is where the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers start morphing.
Burr, 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 burr.
Dude's Blue Ranger. Billy's off. Awesome.
All right. Where's the party heading to, and what time are you guys trying to head there?
We're going right to the warehouse, right? After dark?
Yeah, after dark.
Are we going to try to use the password, or are we just going in?
So we could try to use the password, or we could try to sneak in, and if we get caught, try to bluff our way with the password.
I'm sure between you and I we can bluff, so why don't we try that?
Yeah, and if we can sneak in through the warehouse next door, we can just, like, pop onto property.
You did say that they leave the window open. If
I
we
don't-
found planks or something.
I don't mean to be the crusher of ideas, but do I look like I can stealth?
So Kalian and I sneak in.
I actually have +2 stealth, but you know we started this joke, so it's just gonna keep going.
I
Yeah.
also only have a +2 to my stealth.
Yeah.
I have +2 as well.
I got a +1. I mean, not all of us are bad.
All of us are actually good at stealth. I just am rolling with it in character.
I mean, I have a +6, but I don't think I rolled well in the last couple of sessions.
Yeah.
I try to do something roguey.
I wish I had, like, some kind of, like, delayed magic where I could, like, make it blow up at the front while we sneak in the side or something.
Well, we could have somebody try to get in with the password and distract everybody while somebody else sneaks in.
I have already mimicked Bosch. I can be Bosch.
And I can actually disguise self. I can mimic somebody too.
So what if the party was near? Are there people outside guarding, or is everybody inside?
There wasn't people outside when you checked it out earlier in the day. Arriving at night, it looks to be much of the same, though you can kind of tell inside that there are lights on within the building, like there are torches or something lit.
All right. So then here's my suggestion. Kaylee and I are at the door, and I will make myself look like Bosch, and I will
Okay.
attempt to use the password to go in. But the rest of the team is, near the door, breach style. So when that door opens, we
Is our way in?
maybe we'll see how it works.
We're just gonna SWAT team this shit? I mean, I'm okay with that. I'd rather it be a hammer than a cloak and dagger.
What if we went back to the bar and brought packages here? Because I mean, that was what we said we were doing anyways, is that we were bringing stuff over.
We should do that. We should bring stuff if we're going to try to get in with the password.
Yeah, then me, Ember, and Soul can all just be carrying boxes while you two use the password to go in.
Yeah. By the way, what's the, hey Brad, what's the,
Fuck off, Brad.
what's the warehouse made out of, Joe?
Wood.
My camera died again.
Oh yeah, Mario's just got a disappointed face.
That's not that different from normal.
Yeah, 90% of the time, that's his face.
Resting disappointment face.
Because you guys could
It's a
probably
gingerbread warehouse.
literally breach the wall of the warehouse if necessary.
True.
Guys, I have an even better / worse idea. We put Ember in a box, and then me and Soul just carry that box in.
Yeah, because
I love that idea.
I'll get in a box.
Yeah, I'm down with that.
We'll just put her in a box. You and me will just like team lift the box in.
And then we got an ember in the box. Does it have a crank on the side?
This is the most god awful idea, but like, let's do it.
I'm down with it.
Okay.
So we're gonna go back, I think, and try to find a box that's big enough to put Ember in. And then just carry her through the city nonchalantly.
Ooh, this means we get to
I
see
mean,
the
I
after
can
effect
be-
of me giving those free alcohol.
I mean, I can like be a wolf, so I'm smaller than or would I be smaller? Really?
I don't think you're smaller.
You don't change size that much, maybe a little bit. But I will say that in wolf shape, you would probably fit a lot more comfortably in a box than a
The doggy donut
humanoid.
thing.
Yeah, like a humanoid crunching up into the box is a lot harder than like a dog curling up.
Little doggy donut in the box.
Right.
And then we'll just put... Oh, see, I worry about you suffocating. Never mind, because I was gonna say that we could probably put like a layer of things on and like some stuff on top, so if they open up the box, they would see like some sort of something.
We could put a dog-size hole in the bottom, like nose.
Just puts
in
her
the bottom.
snoot up to the nose. And just,
A snoot hole.
yeah,
A snooze hole.
this is dumb. No, we'll just... I know
Yeah,
it's gonna
just-
suck for you, but we should just nail it shut and be like, sorry, bro. We can't,
Why are we putting
I'll do
up-
whatever. I'm pretty okay.
Mario.
Huh?
Why are we putting Ember in a box?
I was gonna say, make sure there are air holes.
Nah. Well, if we nail it shut, then they can't just be like, oh, let me peek in. And we'll be like, oh, you know, you're dumb. It's nailed shut. Like, let us just take this where it fucking goes.
How do I get out?
I mean, something interesting would be like, look at, we found a wolf in the packages.
I just drop it. Break it.
You
Actually,
could
I
probably
mean,
break your way out. Yeah.
I have a crowbar.
I also have a crowbar, so
We all have crowbar.
Ember ain't no punk ass bitch.
I'm a wolf with a crowbar.
The crowbar's just in your mouth.
I say we go for it and start.
Yeah, let's just fucking do it. Whatever. What's the worst that happens? We all die.
Yeah. Reroll characters.
Whatever. I'm not mad about it. Let's go.
All right. The theme song to this encounter is Alice in Chains. Except it's a wolf in a box.
Yeah, man in the box.
The wolf in a box. All right, so you guys get a crate, I guess.
You shove Ember in it.
You find one that's large enough for Ember to fit in wolf form. Rinlin and Soul, is that who's carrying it?
Yeah.
Yep.
We team lift it.
Okay.
I make sure to like bend down to make it easier for Renlin.
Thanks, buddy.
Kalian and Atone, you guys lead the way.
Yeah. Right before we turn the corner and get to the warehouse, I'm gonna cast Disguise Self.
Okay.
And make
I
myself
will
like one of the
beatbox.
bucks.
Fire away. When we leave the bar, I look and sound like Bosch.
All right. You guys arrive at the warehouse. There's no one at the door or anything, so you guys are able to kind of walk right up to the door. Doesn't look like there's any handles to open it from the outside or anything, but
Bang on.
one of those handy little eye peephole things opens up, and you see the face of a gruff-looking bearded man
I just
looking
say
at you.
Dagger Hilt.
It doesn't even. No conversation. Just dagger hilt.
Dagger hilt.
The eye thing shuts. A few moments later, the entire door slowly slides open, letting you guys enter the warehouse. As you do, the entire area is lit dimly with a few... They look like torches, but they're clearly not giving off any heat or anything. You suspect ever-burning torches of some sort. And there are a handful of people here. Approximately 2 that you guys can see right now. One of them's the guy who just opened the door. One of them, there's an individual sitting up on some of the boxes that are blocking your view from the rest of the room. He's got a crossbow across his lap, and he's leaning down talking to some other people that you can't see because there's a big pile of boxes in the way. There's also this smell as soon as you kind of walk in, this musky, cow-like smell.
Oh, the Minotaur. You know, we didn't really plan what to do after we got to this point. Like, are we just gonna kill everyone?
I think we bring the box in, we scout. You know, I say remove the box until someone gives a shit, and figure out, you know, we count along the way.
Yeah, we're just supposed to interrupt their business, right? I mean, we could just start, like, lighting fires left and right.
I kind of suspected we were just gonna murder everyone.
Yeah, I thought we were gonna murder everyone too.
So we're murdering everybody. But also, if you light the fires, can I get out of the box?
I was gonna say, like, since he said that we had a material that we wanted to show to the boss, so we take the box all the way to the boss, cut the head off the snake.
You know, it's a good plan. We totally
Then
talked
deal
about
with
this
the body.
earlier.
How did David know the boss was a snake?
You on tea?
Kitty.
So as you guys kind of walk into the warehouse, the gentleman who let you in kind of looks towards Uatone and goes, "Bosh."
Yep. We got that stuff we're supposed to show the boss, so where is he?
It's downstairs.
I start making my way in, quickly scanning for stairs.
Okay.
Isn't it, like, hidden?
Yeah, under boxes.
Oh, fuck me.
Just look for the path most
Yeah,
worn.
what had Bosch told him? Since, like, he
Oh,
knew
he
we were
did
doing
tell us, didn't he?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So then we make our way to the thing, like we know what we're talking, like we know what we're doing.
He told us where it was, didn't he?
Yeah, approximately. He said the back right corner. As you guys kind of enter and walk around some of the boxes and stuff that are stacked up in here, turning the corner, you do indeed see the Minotaur. He's kind of seated up, just kind of in the middle of the room. It looks like he's eating a big hunk of meat. The guy with the crossbow that you guys kind of saw on up above is looking down, like watching the Minotaur, talking to it. There's a couple other individuals, another one with a crossbow, another guy, he's got like a sword, and they're talking a few feet away from the Minotaur as you enter. And then the individual who let you guys in is kind of following behind you.
Does that sound like 4 on the Minotaur?
Yes.
I get the impression that this Minotaur is not tame.
He's, like, having a conversation with somebody right now, isn't he?
It's like 4 guys with crossbows trained on him.
Are they...
Technically, only 2 guys with crossbows.
2 guys with crossbows.
One is the let-in guy.
2 guys with crossbows. One of them has his crossbow on his lap, and he's kind of sitting, like, feet dangling on the boxes above. He's not, like, actively patrolling. And the other guy has his crossbow, like, over his shoulder, and he's talking to the other dude, not looking at the Minotaur.
Yeah, they're, like, chilling with their Minotaur buddy.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Like you do.
As you do, yeah.
It's like frat boys.
So we just, like, beeline for that corner.
Yeah, just keep going as far as they'll let us go.
Yeah.
So at this point, Mario and Kalian, because you guys are the ones who are disguised, I'm going to need a deception check with the appropriate bonuses from your abilities and or spells.
20. That's 26.
I don't think disguise self gives me any benefit unless you want to give it to me.
If it doesn't give you anything immediately, I would say it probably gives you advantage.
Okay.
I'm so glad that we're just being ourselves, because I would have failed that.
Thank God for advantage.
Where-
17.
Okay.
Racial stuff here. Yeah, I don't know. Whatever. I rolled a nat 20, so like I said, 26. I'm not.
Do you need something?
$1 million.
Girl, there's a lot I need. Let me tell you.
To be honest.
You need some new weave.
Yeah, as you guys are kind of walking past the Minotaur, because you do have to kind of get kind of close to the Minotaur at one point, he sniffs the air, looking kind of around at you all.
Oh my god, do I still smell really good?
Yes.
Fuck.
I don't think so. I think it only lasts a minute.
Um,
I start sweating beef broth.
Ew!
No, I'm kidding.
but after a while of you guys just kind of, primarily Atone and Kalian are the ones that he looks at, and he seems to recognize you guys. Your deception checks allow you guys to not really make it obvious that you haven't seen this creature before or anything, and it kind of is like, okay, these are the people I know, and it kind of sits back down, goes back to eating its big old hunk of meat. You guys come to the back right corner, and you see that there are a pile of boxes there right up against the wall, and this is like the only spot that the boxes are directly against the wall. So it's not hard to figure out. But they're still stacked decently high, and you don't see an obvious like door or anything.
Damn it.
That guy's
Are
still
we-
following us,
I was
right?
gonna say, are we in sight of anybody?
Everyone.
Yeah, no,
Oh,
is
that's
that
good.
one guy still following us?
He stopped, and he's kind of like leaning against the boxes underneath the guy who's sitting up with the
So he's not
crossbow.
over here with us.
Yeah.
Can we get a hand? Like, angrily? Just like with nodding at the box that we're holding?
Most of the guys who are in the room, they look like the guy with the crossbow who's up on the boxes looks down towards the Minotaur, and then the guy who's leaning up against the boxes just kind of waves his hand at the Minotaur. And the Minotaur, like, almost like a kid who's been told to, like, clean your room or do his chores, just, like, in a huff, like, stands up,
It drops his haunch.
lumbers over to the boxes, kind of shoves past you guys, not aggressively, but he does like bump into, we'll say you, Soul, and you stumble a little bit because he's
Huge.
a large Minotaur, and he just grabs the boxes and he just pulls them with a louder than you would have expected, kind of like scraping noise, revealing a passage behind the boxes.
And continue on the way.
Nice.
As you enter into that area, you hear another and the light from inside the warehouse gets a little bit dimmer, and there's a set of stairs in front of you down.
Great, now we're trapped.
No, they're trapped in there with us.
That's true.
Alright. Do we keep going? I can't
Yeah.
see very well. Just so everyone knows.
Oh, is it dark?
It's dim light.
Yeah.
I mean, I
Oh.
got light, so just follow me.
Everyone can see. It's just
It's
slightly
just like
darker
I can't
than
see
usual.
very far. Everyone
Yeah.
with dark vision can see all the way down.
Yeah.
A little farther than me.
And not gonna lie, I had thought you guys were going to end up fighting there, but you surprised me yet again. The next little
Gonna lie,
bit.
so did I.
Poor Tiffany, she's just like waiting in a box at the will of everyone else's actions. Like,
Oh, we should let her out of the box, right?
I was actually gonna say that, like, is there anyone around where we are, or is it like
Nope.
a closed off pass? Then I want to put the box down, get her out, and have her like be normal, and then
And
just pick the
reclose
box, and that reclose the box and get it,
Okay.
carry it normally.
But for tonight, I think we're gonna stop here because the next like part of it, I'd rather do in one fell swoop.
Yeah.
But yeah, you guys got the information. You got a lot of information today. The whole bit with Priscilla was hilarious. Well done with that. And yeah,
But we didn't kill her off the bat.
that's another episode of Stop, Drop, and Roll in the bag, I would say. If you guys are behind, those of you watching at home, I should have most of these up on YouTube. I want to make it my goal to try and get everything up on YouTube for the current campaigns by this weekend. Because it'd be nice to be caught up before Gen Con. But yeah, you can definitely watch some of the early episodes on YouTube. I think this one should be all the way caught up by at least tonight, I think. So you can catch up if you've joined us for the first time. Saturday, we will be playing Keymasters. It is potentially the last time Keymasters will be on Saturday. After that, will shift to probably a day during the week. Because Pathfinder 2 is finally coming out, and Keymasters was kind of the interim between things because we didn't want to start a new Pathfinder campaign when Pathfinder 2 is coming out. So we might talk more about that on Saturday to you guys, give you some more info. We'll see. We'll see what info we have. And that will be the last stream, I think, unless you guys are streaming Girl Game Monday. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know if we're doing Ladies of Bath this Monday.
I know she said she wanted to cancel on the 6th, but she didn't say anything about...
Yeah, I think that's what I talked to her about, that she was probably going to cancel the day after to recover. So you guys might play on Monday. But this is the last Stop, Drop, and Roll. And then there'll be one more Keymasters and maybe Ladies of Bathos on Monday. We'll see.
And then we'll be at Gen Con.
And then Gen Con. Gen Con 2018 in Indianapolis. I'll be there. Kyle will be there. May will be there. No Mario, Tiffany, or David this year.
Unless we kidnap them.
Because they don't love us.
But you can also see the rest of the Starcall Studios team. Stop by our booth. Say hi. Check out some of the cool stuff we got. If you missed the Kickstarter, we are taking pre-orders, I know, for Creatures of Athasar, I think that was the plan.
I didn't know that.
I'm gonna pre-order all of them.
But it'll be a good time. And then we will be back the week after Gen Con. I think you guys are all good to play, yeah?
Yeah.
Yep.
Sweet.
Yep.
Stop, Drop, and Roll will return then. But I think that's all I got for tonight. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll catch you next time.
Bye, Internet.
See you later.
Hasta luego.